Last team is the Kansas City Royals. Their 2023 payroll was $96 million. They've upped that big time. They're up about 30 mil from that. Estimated 2024 payroll right now is $129 million. Notable transactions for Kansas City so far. They have signed Seth Lugo to 3 years and 45 mil. They signed Michael Waka to a 2 year, $32 million deal. Signed Hunter Renfro, 2 for 13. They traded Jackson Coar to Atlanta for Kyle Wright. They purchased Nick Anderson. They signed Garrett Hampson to a 1 year deal. They took Matt Sauer in the Rule 5 draft, signed Will Smith to a 1 year, $5 million deal, signed Chris Stratton to 2 for 8, and they traded Taylor Clark to Milwaukee for Ryan Brady and Cam Devaney. They've been active and they've gotten better.
They have been. And on the New Year's resolution episode, I said that it is important for this year at least, to find out who your core is. I think the only no-brainer is Bobby Witt Jr., and then you have the probablys in Cole Ragans and Vinny Pasquantino. But I like the addition of Hunter Renfro. I'd like to add one or two veterans to this offense. You see them doing it in the rotation already, and I'd like to give them a couple more bullpen arms and probably call it an episode. But they have some good players in here. Like Nelson Velasquez, 17 bombs in 53 games last year. They got him from the Cubs. 586 slugging percentage, put up a 132 WRC plus. He's an exciting bat. I think Michael Massey, I don't know if I love him that much, but I do like Maikel Garcia. And of course, you got MJ, Bobby Witt, and Vinny. I'd like to add a couple of veterans to this team on offense.
Sure. My question is, where do they play? Because I know that there is a certain facet of baseball enjoyers that do think that Maikel Garcia is going to break out in a big way. And I think that Maikel Garcia can be a good player.
Me too. No doubt about it. Yeah, it's like I want to add them, but then there's a part of me that wants to see more out of Michael Massey, right? But that would be the guy who I'm probably least confident in. Because you got Drew Waters and Kyle Isbell in center. First of all, Fangraphs has Isbell as their starting center fielder. It should be Drew Waters.
I don't know. Isbell's a really good defender.
Yeah, but Drew Waters is still a pretty good defender too, and Drew Waters is definitely a better hitter. I'd much rather have Drew Waters.
So infield, can I just say straight up, I'm doing nothing to this.
Yeah, let's go through position by position.
Yeah, so Sal Perez is the catcher, nothing. Freddie Fermin and Logan Porter is the backup. They're just going to hold serve there.
I guess we're doing nothing to catching.
Yeah. It's Sal Perez. He's the identity of the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
Vinny at first base, Prado is his backup. Good. Massey at second, Hampson and Samad Taylor is his backup. I would love to see Samad Taylor get more big league run this year. But I'm not doing anything to it.
I'm not doing anything, but I really want to do something to it.
Yeah.
To make them better this year, because we're playing GM for this year. I think they need an upgrade at second base.
Okay. We'll look for it in a moment.
Yeah.
Bobby Witt at short, nothing. Maikel Garcia, Hampson, Nick Lofton, Devin Mann is the backup options at third base. Roll with it. Yeah.
We good. Yep, we good.
Outfield, Melendez, Isbell, Waters, Renfro, Velasquez, Dairon Blanco, Tyler Gentry. There are enough young names here with Renfro that I think you just roll with that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So let's go get him a second baseman.
And I have the name that I want them to bring back.
Okay.
They should bring back Whit Merrifield. They should bring him back. He can play a bunch of different positions. He can play second when you need him, right? If any of these core, right, find out who your core is, Whit can just play a bunch of different positions. Then if you find out Massey is not the guy, or one of these outfielders is not the guy, you have Whit Merrifield, one of the more consistent utility players that we've had in the last half decade. I think it'd be great to bring him back. The Royals keep bringing their own veterans back, right? They brought back Zach Greinke. I think they definitely should get Whit Merrifield. Another guy who I think would just be a good value add, who I still think is a good player, but he's old, in quotes for all those watching on YouTube. I still think Elvis Andrus can be replacement level to above. So I would look at both of those two players, but I would definitely prefer Whit Merrifield.
Another name that jumped out to me was Adam Frazier. I think Frazier could fill a similar role, but I like the Whit reunion.
I think
Whit just always feels like a Royal.
I think Massey is better than Adam Frazier.
I like that take. I do too.
Yeah. So it's like, I think Witt is better than Michael Massey. So, but
Okay.
Witt can play center. Like if
Witt
Drew
can
Waters
play.
and
Yeah.
Isbell don't work, like then you can play center. You can play wherever you need him to. If any of these core guys end up not being part of the future,
Yeah.
then you're still playing consistent baseball because you got Whit Merrifield at the top of your lineup. Like
Yeah.
Witt and Bobby Witt together, that's a great front too. And then you have Michael Garcia, you got Vinny, you got a bunch of run producers too. Like I love that.
And you could sell shirts like WHIT, WITT, Wit.
It's a marketing move.
Easy. That's fine. Starting rotation right now, like it's already good, and they've already been super active. Cole Reagans, Michael Waka, Seth Lugo, Brady Singer, Jordan Lyles, but Daniel Lynch has looked good in the Dominican. Anthony Veneziano had a good year last year. Jonathan Bolin, like I don't think you'd make another move here. Austin Cox is back as a minor league free agent too.
Do you know what the timeline is on Bubic? And I don't think Kyle Wright's going to pitch this year, but
Wright's not pitching.
Bubic had Tommy John in
April.
April. Should be back for them soon. He was great before he went down with Tommy John. I assume he's going to get some run in the rotation, maybe around June-ish.
Probably all-star break, I'd think, like July or August.
Yeah, he's good. Or
Yeah,
at least I
just roll
believe
with
in
it.
him.
I
I
think
like
Lynch
him more.
is still good.
I think he's better than Lynch. I'd take him over Lynch.
But I think those are great as a
Yeah.
6 or 7 and a 5 and a 6. Like, cool, roll with it.
Like Jordan Lyles had a 6.28 ERA last year. I mean,
Yeah,
he can't pitch anymore.
let's not do that anymore. And they'll probably re-sign Greinke. let's be frank here. So I don't know.
We're not
We'll
doing
see.
anything else to the rotation. I mean, they already got, like we said, Waka and Lugo.
No, and we know they have one of the best young starting pitchers in baseball, at least talent-wise, in Reagans.
Yeah.
So we're good. Bullpen, as it stands right now, with Josh Taylor on the shelf, James MacArthur, Will Smith, John McMillan, Nick Anderson, Chris Stratton, Carlos Hernandez, Steven Cruz, Matt Sauer. You've got Will Klein back there too. They don't have a closer here. They don't have an established name that I think jumps off the page to anybody, but everybody throws 95 in here. And I think this is a decent enough Royals bullpen. We can add somebody if you want.
Yeah, I do think we should add somebody. I mean, there's a lot of names, right? We can add Ryan Stanek to this. We can add Phil Maton to this. We could add Wandy Peralta to this. I want like an established good reliever.
I like Wandy Peralta. I like that name.
You like that name?
Yes.
How many lefties have they got in here? They only have one lefty, and it's Will Smith. So we should get a lefty. I think Wandy's the perfect addition to this team.
And Wandy can like stretch out a bit too if need be. And Wandy Peralta, speaking of which, since the start of the 2021 season, this guy is averaging about 55 innings a year, and he's got a 2.96 ERA.
He's been awesome.
Just
we could also, should we get two of them, two lefties? Give him Josh Fleming.
Yeah, why not? Fleming's a 1-year deal.
Yeah, Fleming's a 1-year deal.
Oh.
And be an opener. Rays guy.
Sure.
Probably knows how to throw a slider.
All right. We just fixed the Royals. We just fixed the Angels, and we somehow made the Dodgers even more of a juggernaut.
Devin Williams, that trade would be awesome.
Yeah.
That kind of fired me up.
That's going to be a quote card tomorrow.
Because I wasn't even thinking really about a Devin Williams trade. I was just thinking that they were going to sign one of these relievers to a 1-year deal and just like get a guy with a good slider and make it better, like they always do.
Oh,
but they could easily trade for Devin Williams.
Let's go big fish hunting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 601 of the Just Baseball Show. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. That's Jack McMullen. I'm Peter Apple. Go get yourself some Just Baseball merch. And if you are watching this on YouTube, hit that big red subscribe button. It's free. Come on. Come on. You have so many more, much more YouTube content coming out that isn't just the podcast, short form videos, the whole 9 yards. And if you could rate and review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, 5 stars, really, really appreciate it. Helps out the show a ton. And if you could leave a written review, let us know what you like. Please don't let us know what you don't like. Maybe DM us what you don't like. That'd be better. Appreciate that. Get yourself some Just Baseball merch again. That's Jack. I'm Peter. And with that, have a great weekend. And thank you, everybody.